Hi everyone. So I want to show you some tips here how to use my new celebration overlays and how you can use them to enhance pictures but also to enhance papers and create fun touches or lights, or even if you're doing a layout about a party, a birthday, new year celebration, so many kinds of things. So let's go ahead here. First, I started just to exemplify, picture scenario. As you can see here, I used the Photoshop AI to create a photo of a beach. And right now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create an add-on to show you how that works. So maybe a scenario that you could use some, if you were doing a Photoshop composite, you can do the same thing. So let's create maybe mystical forest with low light. Let's generate to see what creates. Cool. Let's see the options here. Oh, I like the purple. Yeah, let's go with this one. So as you can see, it creates here with a mask, which is great. You can mask things, but for now I'm not gonna even use the mask. So let's start with the beach. So here I'm gonna bring the overlay. I'm gonna bring two guys, the black ones and the ones that has more color. So I'm gonna bring this one, so pretty much you know how to use with all of them. So let's bring that to our layers here and then we can get it started. And let's bring this one. Okay. And I'm gonna make it smaller, so put them on the proper size. And hide this one. Let's see the size. Okay. So let's make the file bigger. Okay, so let's start first with the beach scene here. And let's start with this one. So what we're gonna use blend modes. And you can see whatever works for you, color dodge, or whatever effects, again, you wanna do it. So overlay, vivid light, you cannot see a lot of the beach, right? So I think with these black ones, we're gonna use probably more overlay, color dodge, linear burn. So if you wanna do a little bit of, soft light, gonna put this one with color dodge, okay? So let's hide this one and let's put this one. So this one, lighten is fun, color dodge has a more light effect, overlay is fun. Okay, so but I want to show you something that we can do other than use in all the picture, right? We want to maybe combine things. So what I'm gonna put a mask here. First I want to show with gradients. If we come here with gradients and we go from this one, which is the color to transparency, as you can see here. You can do the round, you can do the other ones, right? But it's just an example. You can play with the other ones for you to see the difference. So first I'm gonna go with the first one here. Make sure you're on the mask. So supposedly what you just want the fireworks at the top. So as you can see, we have here. And in this slider here, I can control if I want more or if I want a soft transition here. So you can see here the transition, okay? Remember that blend modes, excuse me, the gradients, they all also have overlay modes, and you can see here that if you put overlay, it's not gonna show so much. So, but just so you know that depending on what you are masking with a gradient, it can make a difference here, okay? So there are many ways that we can, of course, multiply is going to be darker. I think this is useful if your gradient is color, so then it's going to be useful for that, okay? because here you're using the preset from black to transparency. But remember that we have gradients. I myself have magical gradients in the store, so you can use the ones with color, and then you can use with the overlay blend mode. Okay, so let's see now with this one here. With this one, I'm gonna use another method to mask, right? Supposedly I don't want this here on the sand, I just want in the sky. So what we can do, we can use brushes. So I'm gonna use here my Waterblends too. Get a very soft dynamic brush here. I'm gonna increase the brush, and if you want, you can reduce the opacity here of the brush, but if you want to remove completely, my brushes have sensitivity. What I'm using right now and the noise that you're hearing is not a mouse, it is a tablet, and I would strongly advise to invest on a tablet. There are cheaper ones. I'm gonna put the ones that I think are, you know, cheaper you can use, and then the one that I use. But you can buy now for $50 reasonable tablet. Okay, if you're not doing drawing and all that, you don't need a high-end fancy Wacom tablet. You don't need that. So there you go, there you can have that. So let's see now with that other scene. So I'm going to remove this mask here. Now let's close the beach and let's open the forest. And you can see here with the color dodge blend mode and overlay, soft light, linear light. So what we can do here, for example, the lighten, I can also remove the opacity, not remove, reduce the opacity there. And I can do the same technique, I can mask it, and I'll come with the brush. And let's bring the other one. It's with the overlay blend mode. And let's check the other ones. Soft light. I think soft light is not as strong. And this is lighten. So I know this is too much, but just so to help us here, we can use the gradient. Let's try the gradient again. And I'll come here. Okay, and then what I can do at the top, I can use the brush in combination, and I'm going to, my brush is 84. So it's just in some instances of the photo, and then I can reduce it, the opacity of the layer. So you have some effects, but it doesn't overpower the picture. Okay, so the same technique you can use with paper. So let me grab my water grunge. And no, the acrylic textures, yeah. So we have the acrylic textures here, and I have, for example, this let's try this black and white here that I have. So if I bring here let's try this one. So if I bring this here, and let's try again with the blend mode. You can see that it brings color to the paper, which is really fun. Okay, what I can do now is put a mask. I'm gonna go to the brushes. I'm gonna pick up another brush, different texture just for fun. I'm gonna increase there. I'm going to reduce the opacity to 50%. I'm going to decrease 10% of the flow. And let's see what happens. Let me put it bigger. We still have the texture here, but at the same time some color came through. And this can be a base of a layout because you can brush in the top, at the top of this. So it doesn't particularly mean that all this is gonna show, but this can be a start for your digital scrapbook or digital composite in Photoshop. So if you like just this part here of the overlay, you can certainly use that with the gradient masking. So that is a technique that you can do. So I hope that was useful for you. And again, this is my celebration overlays, and I'll put the link in the comments. Thank you.